Good morning.
Good morning.
I am here today. I'm walking for March of Dimes. I'd like to introduce my father, Pat Hairston. He is an ambassador for March of Dimes. At the end of the service, we'll be taking a donation at the exits to sponsor my family in our walk.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for letting me share my story. I'm going to tell you about my grandchildren. In October of 2006, my daughter-in-law, Jessica, found out she was pregnant. In November 15th, she had her first ultrasound, and she found out she was carrying twins. On January 17th of 2007, she finds out she's carrying a boy and a girl. They named the children William Robert and Haley Brooke. I gave my son a hard time about William Robert, saying I'd call him Billy Bob. And he said, no, his name will be Beau. 16 days later, Jessica received a phone call, or Jessica called my wife, Jen, and told her water broke. She's in her 21st week of her pregnancy, and she's heading to the hospital with her mom. She spent the overnight in the hospital, and the next morning, we were at home, and my son Patrick called me up, and he says, Dad, you got to come to the hospital. They're getting ready to deliver Beau. So we rushed to the hospital. We waited around for a little while, and about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, they delivered Beau, stillborn. 2 hours later, they delivered Haley, stillborn. We got to hold these little babies. We got to touch them, spend time with them. We did a memorial service in the hospital with them. It was the hardest thing as a father and a grandfather to go through, to stand there with my son and not be able to tell him that he can take his babies home, that he had to go home empty-handed. Today we're celebrating the christening of a baby that's very healthy and a family that's very happy about this. And my family started supporting the March of Dimes to help people celebrate the life of their children and not go through the things that we went through. We started this last year. We carried it on through this year. I wrote a book about my grandchildren, Beau and Haley, Open My Eyes. Karis will have some information about how to get the book if you'd like to read it. It's just a short 32-page book. I've got a little poem I like to read. Thinking of you with love. We thought of you with love today, but that is nothing new. We thought about you yesterday and days before that too. We think of you in silence. We often speak your name. All we have are memories and your picture in a frame. Your memory is our keepsake with which we will never part. God has you in his keeping. We have you in our hearts. 1,000,000 times we've wanted you, 1,000,000 times we've cried. If love could only have saved you, you never would have died. It broke our hearts to lose you, but you didn't go alone, for part of us went with you the day God called you home. Authors unknown. 1 in 8 babies are born too small and too soon. Every day. In South Carolina and North Carolina are the 2 worst states for the highest infant mortality rate in the country. Some of the ways that the March of Dimes funds that we raise help these babies. Research to understand and defeat problems that defeat health of our babies, that threaten the health of our babies, like premature birth and birth defects. Education of healthcare professionals to help them identify women at risk, early labor, and other complications. Healthy pregnancy programs for moms-to-be that help them get their baby off to a good start. Comfort, support, and information for families who have a newborn in intensive care, and for the families of those babies who do not survive. The March of Dimes is champions for all babies. We hope that you support us in any way you can, and I thank you for your time. Thank you.